Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Tyler here. I'm just making this video to bring attention to an issue that was recently brought to my attention, and I want to spread some awareness about it. And that is going to be the forced sterilization of Latina women as well as other poor minority women in the 1970s. This was a big issue, especially here in Los Angeles County, at the Los Angeles County Medical Center. Countless numbers of women were forced into tubal ligation surgery or forced sterilization. A lot of them were tricked into signing papers. They were brought papers to sign in the middle of like huge birthing pains. A lot of them didn't speak English, and so there was a huge language barrier that prevented the doctors from really explaining like what was going to be done, and they just kind of gave them super brief explanations that didn't really mean anything. And they signed the papers because they didn't really know what was happening, and later found out that they could no longer have kids. And while this did happen a while ago, like it happened in the 1970s, it still has a big impact today, especially in the Latino community. There's a big distrust as far as like medical professionals go, because these things were allowed to happen. And it's a shame, really, because these are institutions that are supposed to be helping us, institutions that we're supposed to trust, and they obviously broke the trust of a ton of people. And so I'm just here to bring more awareness to this issue. I feel like it's something that not a lot of people know about, not a lot of people are talking about, and kind of talk about some ways that like things like this can be prevented in the future. So one major thing is the decision makers in this country just understanding the certain social and cultural views of different minority groups. That was a huge issue at this time in the 70s when this was going on. The whole idea of the nuclear family, the man, wife, and two kids was like a big thing. And Latin immigrants or migrants weren't really, they didn't really follow that plan. Like it wasn't part of their cultural belief. They really cherished family and they wanted to have big families. But that didn't fit the ideals of the people in power at the time. So unfortunately, that right was taken away from them. Another thing that could have helped during this time was more culturally aware medical professionals. If the medical professionals at this time, spoke Spanish, if they just understood the culture a little bit, they could have had more in-depth conversations with these people about birth control and family planning options, and that could have prevented a lot of the issues that were happening in the past. So I just want to bring awareness to this, so that way we are more informed going into the future of things that we can do, and steps that we can take to prevent this from happening again. Yeah.